Well, mankind himself is pretty much a genetically engineered species. You take the, we run 2 base pair of chromosomes or genes, whatever, less than a chimpanzee. But if you take the chimpanzee's genetic structure, number 2 and number 3 of the genes, chromosomes, I don't know the terms. But anyway, the bottom of one has been cut off, the top of the other's been cut off, and they've been spliced together for the number 2 in mankind. There's also parts of the genetic structure of the chimpanzee where its life's been pulled out, turned upside down, and stuck back in. And they want you to think that occurs naturally in a pig's eye. I mean, you know, certain things just do not happen like that. Now, yeah, there was a genetic engineering of mankind, but believe me or not, it was actually done spiritually. The spirit was imparted to change the genetic structure. How fast or how slow it took place, it took place. That was the creation of mankind. And since then, there has been somewhat of a breeding program going on. Now, it's true, our bodies come from the earth. It has the same physical, chemical content as the surface of the earth and everything else. And it's a place for the spirit. You are not a person that has a spirit. Your body doesn't have a spirit. Your spirit has a body. It's like a starter, the body's like a starter block for the spirit. And as the spirit grows, and it grows in capabilities, it grows in its abilities to use the energies of life, things like that, you find that you're stronger if you're united. When you share your spiritual capabilities with another on a one-on-one basis, then you increase the power of both of you at the same time. Now, this power increase comes exponentially. That means that if you got 2 people involved, it's 4 times the power of the weakest person. If there's 3 people involved, it's 9 times. In other words, 3 times 3. 4 people involved is 16 times the power of the weakest individual involved. And right on up the line like that. So when you unify, when you gain your spiritual strength with unity with each other, you have a solid means of defeating them. You come out like Neo in the Matrix, where you hold your hand up and make the bullets drop type stuff. I ain't saying I'm there yet. I'm saying it's possible. I'm at about level 7.
So the key in that was his belief in his abilities. That came up a lot.
Not only his belief in his abilities, but his ability to open up those abilities. And your body has 7 energy centers. These are your spiritual centers. They're called the 7 chakras. They correspond to the 7 churches of Asia in the Revelation. Everything's laid out in the Revelation if you know how to read it. The Revelation itself tells you how to build a spiritual ship, a spiritual building or whatever that has interdimensional, interspatial, interstellar, and intertemporal capabilities. I mean, if you can travel any place in the universe, visit any star, go to any place in time, and go to any other dimensions. Once it's fully activated and fully working, it takes 28 people. And they have to know how to share with each other on a spiritual basis. This whole thing is laid out, like I said, in the Revelation. And it's coming to a head now as all this knowledge, all this information is coming out. That, whoa, there, look at that. Now, that's one thing that's great about living in the country. Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, I'm out here because I was led here by Spirit. I know that what I've seen by Spirit is going to take place out here. When, where, how, and all like that. Hey, your guess is as good as mine. I don't have a timeline on it. I'm just out here floating with the stream.
But you suspect it involves catastrophic events.
I know it involves catastrophic events, and I know that there's going to be a disease that's going to sweep the earth. When that takes place, I don't know that either. I've just seen it happen.
And we have discovered that there are powerful people that may be rubbing elbows with some of the real decision makers on the planet that have large land holdings in Costilla County and neighboring counties.
Yeah, there's a lot of that you know, my intuition or my whatever says, yeah, there's a story here, and there's things that, you know, just ain't quite kosher, that people are doing stuff that's illegal. I know the stuff that's being done that's illegal, but there's big money moving on this. My question is why? And this big money that's moving in has no concern for any of the rights of the people at the bottom. They're sweeping people off their property. They're stirring up incidents, trying to generate reasons why they can come in and use force on people. And the whole thing, without a decent, really good investigator that's honest, that has the ability to unlock and look into different files, different connections, and different court cases, and do the real research and all the legal information, like you know, like maybe the FBI. They're dumb as hell, but they're persistent. But FBI, federal marshal, somebody with some authority to open up these locked boxes, so to speak, and get a look at what's going on, can prove a real conspiracy. And I only have an intuition about it. I don't have any facts put out, so I can't really go into the factual part of it. I just know that there's certain things that just ain't smelling right.
One thing's certain, many people that have a concern about coming events, for whatever reason, have been drawn to this particular part of the planet